real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Hey, Matty V, talking about a team that's on a roll right now, D-Row. How about this? Through the first 4 games of this homestand, perfect 4-0. They've got their sights set, D-Row, on some bigger and better things.
And you know what, Dan, and the fans feel it. You can tell there's an electric atmosphere brewing in this stadium right now, and hopefully it continues.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, there's a lot of people hoping to see a turnaround from Yohan Moncada. Boy, he's struggling a bit right now, and you know what? His team really needs him to turn it around. I hope he's able to get out of it in this one. He's putting in a lot of extra time, so we'll see if it pays off. Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And there's a base hit on the line.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
Strike called. Now the throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Nothing doing here for the next Cub up, Javier Baez. He really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Got him fishing that time. 0-1. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
Hit out towards second. And there's one away. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if Kyle Schwarber can keep it going. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
Pulled toward right center field. Garcia on the move. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So in now for Chicago, Chris Bryant coming into this one. His season home run total tops in the National League. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Garcia moves over, and that's the third out. Set to get his day started, Matt Davidson, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. 0-1 the count. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Got him. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. 1 ball, no strikes the count. On the ground, a second for Baez. Scooped up. Throw in time at first for out number 2. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
In now, Leury Garcia.
He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop.
He's right there, and he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Striding forward now for the Sox, Ronaldo Lopez, as he looks to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 away.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first.
Now, meanwhile, this is going to be extra bases, and it's going to do some damage. 2 runs have scored. Now the third man has scored. Lopez takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He will score as they move on top 4-0.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia. 4 runs here in this half inning. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He'll start us out here in the home half of the 2nd.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The 3-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Davidson scoops it up, and the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on infielder Yoan Moncada. This guy, when I watch this guy play, I can't help but think back to highlights of Robbie Alomar. The way he's able to play with that baseball, quick hands, dynamic defender, switch hitter with pop from the both sides. 5-tool talents do not come around too often like this guy.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Smokes this one into deep center field. Garcia racing back. Still ranging back into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Yeah, they're still down a few, but a solo shot will make them feel a lot better about themselves. They're not being shut out, and now they know they can get to this guy.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He enters play here at 288, 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Bouncer down the line. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Happ is really a unique kind of hitter. He bats from both sides of the plate, but what makes him so special is his ability to hit for power from both sides.
Yeah, and this is a manager's dream. This does not come down the pike too often, even in today's game with the best 750 players in the world. There are very few players with the skill set that this guy possesses.
Hard hit ball to second. Moncada gloves it, and he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to baseball on the show from Wrigley Field. Moncada swings, and it's hit very well to right. Looking up is Contreras, and this one is gone. A home run. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Strike one to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch is taken for strike two.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-Roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-2 is taken for ball two.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up one run in this inning.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. He's set, and the pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. No balls and a strike to count.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be...
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. White Sox able. Leading off the inning, Yu Darvish, and they'll need him to get something going here. First delivery to him on the way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. At the plate, Addison Russell. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Garcia is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's Javier Baez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So they go. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tim Anderson. He singled his last time up. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Anderson is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. Happ is right there, 1 down. Ready for another chance, Leury Garcia. Fastball in there for a called strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Hey, they don't all have to be beautiful. They just have to be base hits. That's exactly what that was. Soft liner into left field. Nice job.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Up next for the White Sox.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. Garcia leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. White Sox leave 1. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Jason Hayward. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hayward!
Popped him up. Davidson has room in foul territory. 1 out.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. A ball and a strike now to Bryant. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Garcia moves over. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The batter.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Right side and right into the shift. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
From the stretch, the cutter runs outside, ball 1.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the hard of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, where that changeup's going to be.
Got him swinging in the dirt, and the throw to first ends the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Yoan Moncada. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw right down the middle of the plate.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Yoan Moncada is retired to lead off the 5th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Popped high in the air. Darvish take charge himself out there, and there's 2 down. Digging in once again, Matt Davidson. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see it.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. They're up 5-1. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning. Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Popped him up. Moncada in foul ground, and no one will get this one. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon. Here's Addison Russell. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 misses, ball 2. Happ leads off first with 1 away. Hit hard towards the hole. He's got it to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that. Ready for another chance? Wellington Castillo. He'll begin things here against Yu Darvish. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
That misses. 1-2. Into the corner and slicing foul.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
So he sets him down swinging. Nicky Delmonico goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
3-0 to him now. 3-0 pitch is laid off, but in there for strike one.
This is where, if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on it.
Digging in once again, Ronaldo Lopez. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
Count is 1-2 now. Missed with a breaking ball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here in the side. Here's Javier Baez. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Now the pitch. Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Skied into very shallow right. Garcia has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible. Whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Hit on the ground out to short.
Anderson picks it up.
And there are 2 away now. Riding in once. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He'll try again, 1-2. And that one just missed outside. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full. Kyle Schwarber would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Digging in and looking for more, Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
The 1-1 home. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. Bryant, the runner at first with 2 gone. Two balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Delmonico racing back, still going back, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber, number 14 on the season, and it's a 5-3 game now. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these 2 clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, D-Roll, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but, boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both liners.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd out. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Top of the order due up to start. So here is Avisail Garcia. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay. You want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
A pause and the 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Happ has a beat on it. 1 down.
The batter, number 10.
Ready for another shot now. Yoan Moncada. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Contreras goes to get it, but the throw is late, and he's aboard after the strikeout. First offering on its way. And this will be fouled away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready on 0-2. Missed with a slider.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Matt Davidson. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 1-0 the count. Here's a fastball low, and he's behind 2-0.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Popped up. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox, and it remains.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
There's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting.
And that will bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on its way. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
Into the box, Darvish. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 delivery. Now a bunt attempt, but he missed it. Strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Squeeze was on, but this one will get fouled. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line drive to left. Delmonico is there. Let's see if they test it. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now. Here's Addison Russell. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 is fastball that misses. And he lays off the curveball, so it's a full count now.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Garcia is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Cubs. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3.
Hitting out for the White Sox.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
But the feet of the second baseman is a wild one.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put Goodwood on.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. Delmonico rounds third and is digging for the plate. Oh, and he throws it away.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Omar Narvaez will grab a bat hit for the pitcher here. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead, they're grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up when you see a 3-run lead, and then your offense.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the...
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
Here's Javier Baez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing.
One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Here's Jason Hayward now. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Jason Hayward.
Here comes the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. The 0-1 delivery. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. One out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Here's Chris Bryant now. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Count even now at 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Great changeup there in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Casilla is after it. The throw to first is in time, and next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. No balls and a strike to count. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
Swing and a looper to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Ready now for the White Sox, Matt Davidson. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, Wellington Castillo. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Here now the 2-2. Count remains 2-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
This one's down to third. On to first, and there are 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Nicky Delmonico. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Davidson at third with 2 away. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location, and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
The 1-2. Fouled off. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
Striding in to start the 9th, Kyle Schwarber. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
High in the air into shallow left center. Delmonico calls for it. 1 away. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. In previous matchups with Luis Avilan, he's 1 for 5. Here comes the first pitch. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Anderson brings it in. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
Number 40, Wilson.
The next Cub up, Wilson Contreras. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. Throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Stepping in now, Ian Happ. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And this one's in the dirt. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Happ with a 2-1 count now. The 2-1 home. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have come back to even up this